Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing good. I know it's quite a long time since I've uploaded any content, as the last video was about 2 months ago about the global trading. So, about on that front, it hasn't been going quite well since the past 1 or 1.5 month, and I will be giving a more detailed update because, quite frankly speaking, it has been kind of a roller coaster, sometimes going upside and sometimes going quite a downside. So, quite a roller coaster from mental perspective as well. So, I will tell the details about it later on. For the today's video, I have planned to provide two stock inputs, which are the best stocks to buy from my side. This is that same trading view platform which I showed earlier as well. So for this week, or you can say from the week of 1st August to 7th or 8th August, or at max you can say around 10 to 15 days, I have thought about to buy these two stocks. First one is the Pritika Engineering, and second one is the Sriram Properties. And if we talk about these two stocks as to why I intend to buy these stocks and what's the thought behind these stocks buying, so let's get into the details. First one is the Pritika Engineering, as you can see, and I have also stated the buy levels and the stop and the target over here as well. And if we talk about simply, yes, we can see that since the IPO which came around December 2022, this stock has been trading in quite a range. The lower end of the range being around 28 and the higher end around 44. And yeah, it has tested the lower over here as well, and again in June 2023 as well. And this is the weekly time frame. This might take some time to play out for sure, uh, but at best what we can do over here is, this is the daily time frame, and you can see over here what we can try to have is, this is a kind of a also one more point which I want to update you, that this is an illiquid stock, basically stating that the volumes aren't too much. Like, just a second, if I remove all these, and now I think you will more clearly see all the candles, and you can see that sometimes the candles are just a kind of a small line or just a kind of a small bar, not a fully formed candle. And why it happens is because there is no liquidity in the market to push the price higher or lower. So that's why it is. But from the chart perspective, I feel it is quite fine to buy it over here. And this is the buy level around 38.5. You can see that is the best buy. I think we can buy it around over here, and I think that if it goes below these areas, like, let me also mark it for you. Like, this is the area which I'm thinking around 35.65. For the safer side, I've stated the stop as 35. And yeah, there are some conservative traders as well, and if I talk about conservatism, you can keep a stop of 36 level as well, no problem in that. But I think we should be giving it around 35. That gives us a safe side for the stock to move at least a little bit. So that is the idea behind placing the stop of 35. And if we talk about the target is simply at the previous highs, which is around 46 over here. And even I am not gunning from the for these highs, I am gunning for at least the previous highs, which was around 46 or 47. I've stated it as 46 because you can see the previous high was 47. If I keep a line over the here as well, just a second, these are the previous highs, and you can see that, just okay, now you can see that these are the previous highs which are around at 47 levels. And my thought is that it can break 47 as well, but it might take a time period to break it. So that depends. So someone can wait and someone cannot, that depends on their capacity totally. What I am thinking to do currently, just to buy it around these areas, and it would be much better, like if I buy it the more near to my stop loss level. Like I've stated, this vertical line, if I buy it within this zone, this would be the best area, keeping the stop at around near 35, so that stop would be minimum. And if you want to calculate the stop, I think it's around 5% of stop level. Like, just a second, let's calculate it again. If we talk about, there's a stop of 3.5 rupees on this 38.5, so around, yeah, it makes a stop of 10%. Yeah, I do see that, but there's a recommendation over here. If we buy it around these levels like 36, that will reduce your stop drastically. You can buy it currently because there are chances sometimes stocks do move up from here as well and don't give us a better entry. But what I'm going to do, what I think it's best is like just to wait for the stock to at least settle it down and have a entry around 36 or 37 areas, so that stop is also reduced and the stock is more ready to go upside. So that is it pretty much about the Pritika engineering. And also one more thing about this stock that I like is its float is very less. I don't remember the exact float because I think it's around 12.5 or 13 crores of rupees only. So I think that float value is absolutely perfect for any small cap stock to go upside. Next one is Shriram Properties. It do have a very high float value, I know that, but if we talk about the setup and all the trade, let's dive into it. First of all, the buy area which I'm thinking it's around 68.5. Like if we talk about right over here, what I do see in this stock that yeah, there has been a consolidation being going on from quite a long time. Like if I just give you a very simple technique which I do use, I will just place line over here, and what I would like to especially tell you that just a second, let me place it for your easy referencing. Okay, let's move back to the weekly chart so that we can see it more easily. Yeah, right. This is the perfect beauty of a chart that I can just explain to you. You can see that this is the base area which from which the stock is denying to go more lower. Absolutely it can go lower, anything can happen. Yeah, Nifty is trading all time high. I do understand that anything can happen, but still, yeah, we are traders. We trade on probabilities. So that's what we are talking about. If we talk at these levels are around 60, 59 or 60 levels. So, and you can see that on this particular week, which is around 27th of March, what happened was the stock touched this bottom, tried to break it for 2 3 days continuously. That happens quite frequently in the stock market that I've seen. And see, gap up on the next day, and then since ever trading above this area and then consolidating above these areas. So what we can see over here is this is the buy level which I'm planning around 68.5. Like so the intent is like just to buy it around these levels. Just a second, let me pull up that weekly, just to buy it around the lows of the previous weeks, so which would be around 66, 67, 68. You can buy at 68.5, but the best area is like which I've marked it right now, which is around 66, and keeping a stop. What I think the stop will be around 64 levels. The 64 is around, you can see these levels, at least the lows of the previous quite a few weeks. That is exactly 63.4, I can say that, but that depends upon capacity to capacity and exactly the buying price. And these things do vary. I am do stating the levels over here, but these are not just like some levels being engraved on stone and you have to follow it absolutely by 1 point even. That's not something like it. So what are do these levels intend to say is that you can buy it around 68.5. The best will be around 65, 66. The stop is 64. The best stop will be around 62, 63. So that depends as to how do you get an entry in it and what's your stop loss capacity to take. And from the target perspective, I'm thinking it around to at least touch the previous levels, which is the same as 77. And even in this one, I'm quite a bullish. If the market, overall market, I'm saying specifically like the Nifty and the real estate industry, and if that performs well, I think that the target should be around 80 or 80 plus. So that's it about the two stocks. I will give you a more detailed update about these two stocks. You can have a view at it, and sure do let me know if you have any other thoughts upon it. Till then, take care. See you next time. Bye.